Good afternoon from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Monday, November the 30th market update. There were no significant scheduled economic updates today. We do have several economic announcements tomorrow that are going to be worth watching. They are the monthly motor vehicle sales. The consensus is 7.75 million. The monthly ISM manufacturing index. The consensus is 55. And we'll have the monthly U.S. pending home sales, and there's no consensus on this one. The dollar was down slightly today, and gold, silver, copper, and oil were up. Light sweet crude futures actually rose today by $1.23 to settle at $77.28 a barrel. Let's go over and take a look at the Dow. Dow closed up 34 points to close at 10,344. The S&P closed up 4 points to 1,095, and the Nasdaq closed up 6 points to 2,144. S&P had the largest percent gain, up 0.38%, and the Nasdaq had the smallest percent gain at 0.29%. So if we look at the Dow chart here, I'm looking at the daily. So we're still hanging around up here. Seems like we've been hanging around forever, even though it hasn't been that long. It's only been like a week, but it seems like we've been hanging around up here a lot. We go a little higher, then we consolidate a while. So I don't know. Looks like the MACD is actually kind of, it went down. I don't know if it's going to bounce, turn up. Have to wait and see on this one. See what happens. Of course, news always changes everything. Let's go look at the SPX. On the daily, SPX, we're still in this channel between this 10,085 and the 1,110 area. So again, let's see here. We've got, looks like the MACD is declining, so we might break down out of that channel. Again, we'll have to wait and see. I can't imagine that we have that much more upside to the market before year end. We may have some upside, but I don't think we're going to just, be on fire and go a whole lot higher. So you might want to be a little cautious towards year end and not be too heavily invested. Make sure you take your profits on your big winners. So let's look at the 60-minute chart on the SPX. As you can see here, here's this channel. Again, the MACD is pretty low. We haven't, once we get above that, once we cross into right here above this downtrend line on the MACD I'm using, I'll have a more comfort level that we're definitely going to go higher before we turn lower. But right now I can't really tell for sure which way we're headed. Let's look at the Nasdaq real quick on so we're Nasdaq again, it's kind of been in channeling. We need to break above this downtrend line. We have an uptrend line here that actually, if you want to put one across here, you can say it caught us. So a break down below that would definitely probably take us lower. And Russell's been really weak. So you can tell here, I've been talking about this this head and shoulders right here on the Russell on the 60-minute. Let's look at that real quick here. MACD on the Russell continues to go down. We're in this continued downward spiral here on the MACD on the Russell 2000. We did break down out of this head and shoulders, and now right around 580 we're stopped up against it today. So we'll see if we can break above that and go higher. We may go fill this gap up here. That could be one scenario, and then turn back down, or we may just stay here and turn right back down. If the head and shoulder confirms and we hit our target, we should actually come down to here before we go back up. So that'll be determined. Let's take a look at gold. Gold looks good, came down, bounced off support, went up. Silver, same way, silver's looking good again. Should have some nice good support around the 1750. I think I pointed that out before. Break out above this 1850. SLV looks good as well. 11 of the 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The bank index, we followed the BKX, was the strongest sector. It was up over 3%. The weakest sector was home construction, and we followed the DJUS and it was down 0.72%. Let's look at the VIX. volatility index for the S&P. So we had our bounce up here. Now we were down, not a lot today, kind of made more or less sideways, not a whole lot. We were really low down here, so not surprised that we bounced back up into here. So we've actually got a kind of a megaphone, possible megaphone bottom, or kind of a, I don't know, we got kind of a widening formation here going on in the VIX, so keep an eye on that. Now to chart watch, let's go over some good charts. US Airways LCC broke out above this downtrend line and still looking great. Up again today, it's had good volume. I'm going to try to go pretty fast through these because I have quite a few to look at. I still like shipping. I think, you know, it's got support right here. It's not really going anywhere right now, but I think it's a good entry point, and you could bail out if it closes down in this area somewhere, 22, 2250, something like that. I think it's a low risk entry point right here on GNK. I like EBR, Brazil stock. It's been channeling for a period of time. Should have a 3-point move. You take the 17 minus the 14, you get $3 to put that on top of that. So you'd have a target of about $20 here. I like it too. It's had a lot of volume, even though it did kind of have heavier selling today, but that's when the market was kind of selling off, and you see they kind of caught it and pulled it back up. So you can keep on that. I like an entry around the 17 area if you can get it, or at least a partial entry. It looks good. Sonos Networks, lots and lots of volumes, had a lot of volumes breaking out of the symmetrical triangle. It looks good. SONS, of course, Rhino has been on fire for some time. Broke out of its bull flag here and just keeps on giving the gift that keeps on giving. C-Trip looks good, had some volume today. Looks like it's breaking out further. Amazon's going higher. It looks good. Priceline, PCLN, it looks good. It's breaking out, going higher. TSL, Trina Solar, I pointed out in the bull flag. Some of these are from my weekly watch list that I put out Sunday. So broke out of the bull flag today, big time, up over 5%. Treehouse Foods, it's been stuck in this channel. Caught itself here, be a low risk entry to go long here. And again, you could bail out if it closes below this low here of this candle. But I like that. Could have a pretty good move to the upside. Had some volume come in and catch it from falling here. I like that one. And another one from the watch list, AUO, Optronics, has to do with LCD display panels. Manufacturing, I like it. It's kind of got a little bit of inverted head and shoulders here going on. Like it's had some volume. It didn't quite break out today, but keep your eye on it. Looks good. Could have a good move coming. And let's go over and take a look at the current market signals. We follow the point and figure charts for the Dow, the Nasdaq, the S&P. The Dow and the S&P remain on buy signals, and the Nasdaq actually went on a sell signal last Friday. So you got a buy, a sell, and a buy. Look at the charts, point and figure charts. Dow Jones, we're right here. We'd have to go way down here to go on a sell signal. Hopefully that doesn't happen anytime in the near future. S&P, look good. Like I said, we've canvassed for about a week. We haven't really moved a whole lot. Kind of gets up and down, up and down. And the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq printed when we printed 2130, we went on a sell signal. So we're back up around this area here. So we'll have to see if this is going to be resistance and we'll roll back, or if we go back and it was just kind of a bear trap and everyone thinks we're going to sell off and we're going to go right back up. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me, and remember to always invest sharp.